Where's the nearest police station?
What could you tell them?
I should simply tell them that you're trying to blackmail me into
Into?
murdering your wife.
Fantastic, isn't it? But you know he's right, don't you, Tony? You've worked it out to the smallest detail. And this man is to be your murder weapon for the perfect crime.
Hey guys, I'm Kevin.
I'm Jake.
And this is Movie Matters. And no, we're not doing Naked Lunch because it's not streaming anywhere.
It's been like erased off of the face of the earth, apparently.
Yeah. So we changed it up and we're doing another oldies movie since that's kind of what we've been enjoying, minus The Hunt, even though that was very enjoyable and newer. But yeah, so we're doing Dial M for Murder from Alfred Hitchcock. Which is funny because Jake was kind of going through a list. I'm like, what should we watch? And like, he was sending me a bunch of things. And I didn't know Dial M for Murder was directed by Hitchcock. And I was about to text you and say, let's do a Hitchcock movie. And then I looked that up before I said it. And I was like, oh, it is Hitchcock. That's so perfect. Like, yes, let's do it. So, yeah, this is obviously directed by Alfred Hitchcock and from 1954. This movie rocked. I loved it. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, I mean it's not his best movie, but it's I mean, like, you're talking about like Hitchcock movies. So like, you know, pretty much any movie he made is better than like 90% of other movies in existence. So
yeah,
I mean, it is such a solid movie. I was like really happy we ended up doing this instead.
Me too. Yeah, I've been wanting to do more Hitchcock movies lately.
Side note, I was like interested in like where this kind of fell in his like filmography. Like I knew that like, you know, some of the other movies that he did came later. You know, in like the 60s, like Psycho, I think was in the 60s, and The Birds and that kind of stuff. Like I opened his filmography and I've never looked at it before. He's made like 30 something movies. I was whoa. Like I only probably know his last like 10, which 10 is a lot of movies. You know, anyway, so.
Yeah, talk about Tarantino. He only wants to make 10.
Yeah.
Hitchcock has been nominated for 5 Oscars. He's never even won an Oscar, so pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Have you? What Hitchcock movies have you seen? I'm just curious.
I've seen The Birds, Psycho, Rear Window.
Yep.
I've seen Vertigo, but I don't remember it.
I don't think I've seen it.
Like, honestly, I don't remember much of Rear Window either.
Rear Window's awesome.
I've seen bits and pieces of North by Northwest, but
Also
I would like to watch
movie.
the whole thing.
Great movie.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's all of the ones that I've seen.
Yeah, there's so many. I mean, I'm looking at a handful of his movies.
I mean, like,
and
Strangers on a Train is supposed to be, like, unbelievably good.
I've seen that.
Yeah, like, I mean, he has a lot of iconic movies.
He did Strangers on a Train?
Pretty sure.
Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah. Great movie. I've seen it for sure. Yeah, I've wanted to watch Rope. I've wanted to watch To Catch a Thief. I've never seen that. They're all like super high rated too.
Yeah.
The Man Who Knew Too Much.
Which he made that movie twice, it looks like. Once in like 1930 something, and then again in the 50s.
He remade his
own movie.
Interesting. Sabotage, I've heard that's really good. 39 Steps. Yeah. Dude is a G.
Yeah.
And he always has a cameo in his movie. And did you catch his cameo in this movie?
Yeah, he's in the photo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's really, really good placement. I do like his cameos because they're never like gaudy.
No.
Like I think in The Birds, he's just walking on the street, like in front of the pet store in like the very first like scene. I think he's also walking on the street in Psycho. He like crosses the street when
I haven't seen Psycho in so
what's her
long.
face is like stealing the money. She's like waiting at a red light, and he walks past in one direction, and then her boss and her boss walks in the other direction and notices her. I'm pretty sure that's when he's in Psycho.
I have like 2 box sets of Hitchcock too, and I've yet to watch them, but they're packed away now. I'm moving. For those that don't know, which you shouldn't know, but now you do. I've got them. I have a very large, like, Blu-ray collection, 4K collection, and I have 2 box sets from Hitchcock, and I've been wanting to watch his stuff. And now that we're on, or at least I'm on this kick of older movies, I'd like to watch more of his stuff. But yeah, I love this movie. I thought it was great. I thought. The only thing is it's like it's so fast paced in terms of dialogue that I feel like this movie deserves a rewatch again just because there's so many little details that they're all saying. There's a lot of like information given in this movie. And sometimes it can be a little overwhelming in my opinion. That's probably my only critique of it, but other than that, it's awesome. The acting's great. It's one of those movies that is like only set in the apartment basically. Yeah. And the rest of the stuff is nothing, and it's got that play like structure to it, or like setting, which this movie was based on a play.
Yeah, it's a great example of a single location film.
Yes.
And how to
100%.
do one extremely well. And like yeah, like you said, it's based on a play. And like I did read that one of the contemporary negative reviews at the time had actually said like, you know, Hitchcock had set out to like basically put a film or put a play to film, and he did it. But that kind of leads to a bunch of dialogue and not as much showing. You know, which I think this movie is guilty of.
100%.
However, I think he handles the extensive dialogue, particularly in like Act 1, extremely well through his like creative camera angles and like some of like the tracking shots and stuff like that like really keep you engaged and like convey things about the characters in addition to what they're saying.
Yeah, there's like one particular movement that comes to mind of the camera where it's Wendis and I'm blanking on the name of the other character.
The college.
He's got
friend.
like 3 names. Yeah, he's got like 3 names. Swan.
Yeah.
Him and Swan are like chatting about this, just kind of like, it's such a game, this like level of dialogue that they have. There's like a game of like different layers, and Wendis is always like playing a game, and it's so good. And there's a shot where it kind of, the camera like pulls down, and like there's a lamp separating between the two of them, and like that's such a cool shot. And I was like, whoa, like while watching, I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah. But I mean like they're that whole scene is super interesting. Like the way that it unfolds, like the ruse of like the car sale that like isn't actually for sale like yet, and like stuff like that, and like
he stole, or like he's basically like trying to sell the car for this lady he's staying with, but he's selling it too high, and this guy's like a scam artist basically. Yeah,
when they're both using false names, and which is like also like very strange, and like I mean it's such a like, it does a really good job of setting up the tone of like the entire movie, and how like this movie is just like caked in like deception and intrigue, you know.
And the way that Wendis like he just thinks so quick on the fly for all these things, and like his reactions and actions to like the way his plan is going to go is really cool. Like the key under the rug of the stair is really awesome. And what's cool is Mark Halliday, the friend and like
The American
Margot's like lover. Thank you. I was looking for an appropriate word, and that is appropriate, especially for the time. I feel like he like is even saying that most times people plan these crimes and they never go according to plan. He kind of sets that up, and it's like nice, like that's obviously going to happen, which is good writing. And it's interesting. Like all the actors in this movie are great. I think they're all doing a great job. Grace Kelly as Margot's awesome. How she like slowly descends into like madness and is accused, like how the whole plan backfires, and like it kind of backfires, but is also still going to work in his favor of like getting her hanged and put in prison and then hanged. It's crazy, and I mean, it's well done.
Yeah, like the escalation of the like deception that Wendis needs to keep up is also done like extremely well. Like, like once that first domino kind of falls, when the phone call,
his watch basically stops working and it's late. So that's like the first,
and triggers the phone call, and he has to respond. After she kills the guy, kills Swan on accident. Like once that first domino falls, it's really interesting to watch Wendis try and like keep up the charade and like keep the whole thing going, and like the
how is he gonna get out of it?
Yeah, exactly. And like, you obviously don't like him because he's trying to kill his wife. But it's like one of those things where like he's kind of charming. You're kind of like, I want to see if he's gonna pull it off,
Yeah. Absolutely agreed. Yeah, he's awesome in it, and like, he's technically the antagonist of the movie, and he's great.
I do like that he. I think like the saving grace for his character is that he's kind of pompous, and like you want to see if he's gonna get away with it, but you don't want him to, like he's very arrogant, and he believes that like he's going to get away with the whole thing, so like as each like little roadblock comes up and he has to kind of stumble his way through it, it's kind of like satisfying on both ends, because you're like, oh wow, he like managed to dodge that one, but like now he's got to deal with this new thing. So I think his character is really, really well done and like very complex, which I think helps keep you engaged.
Definitely,
especially for not being a like particularly expansive, kind of movie. Like it takes place in basically one room, and you're only dealing with like 5 characters in total. So
I think the one part that I kind of laughed at though is when she does pick up the phone and is like trying to say hello to the person for like 5 minutes, and like that was ridiculous. But I think Hitchcock does that to like keep the tension of like, when's he gonna come out? Like, oh, it's not now. It's so.
Well, that's what he's like, most known for, is like building that false kind of like it's gonna happen, and then he kind of like pulls it back on you. It makes you wait a little bit longer, and then that's like when he lets it go.
Did you know about this movie prior to did you know anything about it prior to
I had heard of the title,
choosing it?
But I'd never seen it, so no.
And I love the whole like the phone dial M for murder, and like the way that's shot, and then the phone like dialing out to Margot at their apartment. It's so cool, such a cool shot. I knew nothing going in. I didn't really even look it up, and I was pleasantly surprised. Yeah, it was awesome. I was thrilled by this movie. Yeah, I mean, Hitchcock, they shot this movie in 3D, or like parts of it in 3D.
Yeah.
And it's his only 3D film, apparently. I find that pretty interesting. I mean, that's when like the 3D craze was pretty hot in the 50s, I guess. So
Yeah, I read a quote from him that was like, 3D movies were hot for like 15 days, and ours came out on the 15th day.
that's funny.
So yeah, it did not do particularly well in the 3D format. I think they ended up pulling the 3D format and like only issuing the 2D for most of its like theatrical run.
The flat version is what they called it,
Yeah.
which is funny. Yeah, I mean, this movie, like we said, was based on a Broadway play. It opened in Plymouth Theater in New York City on Wednesday, October 29, 1952, and ran for 552 performances.
Wow.
That's crazy. In the original production, Maurice Evans played Tony Wendis. In this movie, John Williams and Anthony Dawson recreated their stage roles of Chief Inspector Hubbard and Captain Lesgate. So their characters are reprising their roles from the Broadway play, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. And both really awesome in the movie.
Oh, yeah, they're great. John Williams as Inspector Hubbard's great, and how he's like, we know they came through the door, and him just kind of figuring it out. And then the key trick at the end is awesome, where it's like, and again, that's where Hitchcock kind of pulls a fast one, like, oh, is he going to get away? Is he not going to go and use the key for the door? And he gets us like, he got me like two or three times. I was like, oh, he's getting away with it. Oh, no, he's not getting away. Like, and that's kind of like a classic, 50s trope, if you will. It's like the bad guy's not going to get away with it. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it was great and super well done. Yeah, it's he made. So we talked about how it's like basically takes place in the one location, the apartment, and he specifically and deliberately wanted to do that to keep it all in the apartment, to keep that claustrophobic feeling. Like the walls are closing in on you, or at least for Margot. But also, like, I mean, Tony letting Mark take out his wife, like no one would ever do that. I feel like come on, at least not in today's day and age. Like, something's going on there.
Yeah.
I kind of laughed at that. I was like, I would never let that happen.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think, like, yeah, Tony's in this, like, weird place where, like, he doesn't really like his wife.
Yeah.
And, like, he's kind of, like, he's too old to go back to being, like, a tennis pro. It's like, his only option is kind of, like, man of leisure retirement. It's like he doesn't seem to have any other like marketable skills. So yeah, that's kind of what sets up this whole murder plot is, he's trying to find a way to maintain his lifestyle and also like get rid of his wife, but get her money so that he can live his like nice lifestyle.
Yeah, it's interesting. I feel like it's against type in a sense, because it's like usually it should be the opposite roles. I feel
right.
like.
Yeah, the guy usually has the money.
Yeah, and
the girl is trying to, become a Black Widow.
Yeah, in like film noir style, and
right.
This movie doesn't do that, which I liked. I was like, oh, it's a good change of pace, and for it being a '50s movie, I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
But yeah, speaking of Grace Kelly, she's great in this, and Hitchcock specifically chose her wardrobe to go from like super bright colors to very dull towards the end, to really like show her decline in like mental health, if you will. Mm-hmm. Man, I feel like we've watched a lot of movies about like these women that like mental health decline, like Gaslight, and Witness for the Prosecution with the German chick being the like culprit-ish behind a lot of it. And then, we got Grace Kelly in this, Margot, being accused, it's a good change of pace. It was just a good change of pace. I really liked it. And Hitchcock had chosen, he was always really particular about his female leads, from what I've read. And he chose a very expensive robe for Grace Kelly to wear when she answered the phone. And Kelly balked at that and said no woman would put on such a robe when having the telephone ringing and to go just grab that. She's like, I would be in a nightgown is what I should be in. And Hitchcock agreed to do it her way. And because of that, Grace Kelly chose all of her wardrobe in her subsequent movies with Hitchcock, which I think it was only 3 total, but still pretty interesting. I think I think the murder scene, or the murder attempt, even though someone does get murdered or killed in self-defense, I think that scene's really great. It goes on a little too long in a good way, in my opinion. And the scissors, her grabbing the scissors, I didn't expect any of that. It was very unpredictable, and I didn't know that was going to happen. And Hitchcock basically wanted to, he filmed it multiple times to try and get the stabbing perfect. And he wanted the scissors to be gleaming when it shows them, which you can see a shimmer of light on them, which is super cool. When she grabs them and stabs Swan. And he was saying a murder without gleaming scissors is like asparagus without the hollandaise sauce, tasteless. And he apparently lost weight due to anxiety over filming this sequence. And he obsessively rehearsed it and shot take after take in order to capture the insertion of the scissors the way he had envisioned it. He's very particular. So, he's one of the greats. He's a master.
I mean, especially with I feel like he's always pushed the boundary with murder sequences in particular. He's about as graphic as the ratings boards would allow him to be, at any given time. Psycho was famously cut down significantly because of ratings board pressure, particularly the shower, murder, and the amount of blood that was in it originally was absolutely balked at when they went to the ratings for approval and stuff, and so they had to cut that down drastically, and they luckily were able to include the Hershey syrup going down the drain.
Yeah.
But and also in Psycho, I think her name's Marion. The girl's name, I'm pretty sure it's Marion. Right. But she's nude. Obviously, she's in the shower, and that was a big no as well. So they had to be very careful with the shots and the. I was right.
You were right.
Yeah. Okay. But I mean, and you can kind of see it in this movie too. He's really trying to push the envelope of violence on screen and make you as the audience feel the tension, through the entire sequence, because it is a pretty long sequence.
It is. Yeah. Yeah. It's awesome, man. I mean, I can't stress it enough. These old movies, I'm getting into them, man. Getting into them. I'm gonna look. So this movie is 166 on IMDb's top 250. I'm gonna Google real quick how many Alfred Hitchcock movies are in the top 250. Because there's probably quite a bit. Because Psycho's high up. That's in the 60s.
Yeah.
He has
I'm gonna
5.
guess. Oh shit.
Oh, sorry. What were you gonna guess?
I was gonna guess 7.
What's funny, it says, like, while older data often showed 7 to 8 films, recent shifts have placed his count around 5. So, Psycho, Rear Window, Vertigo, North by Northwest, and The Lady Vanishes.
Okay.
So, laundry's done.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, his
No,
ability.
Lady Vanishes is not on there anymore.
No, it's not.
On IMDb, yeah.
Huh.
Google's wrong.
Oh, Google.
Probably only 3 then. 3 or 4.
Probably 4.
Psycho, Rear Window, Vertigo, North by Northwest.
Yeah.
Interesting. What were you going to say?
Yeah, I mean, like talking about how like dialogue heavy this movie is. Like,
Yeah.
you do though, like Act 2 and Act 3 are when he really starts pushing like the visual storytelling aspects, and creating the suspense and the like tension, through his like through film techniques. I feel like it's what he excels at, is like creating those feelings of like what's coming, what's going to happen next. Like I think that's why he's considered like the absolute master of like thrillers and suspense, or the master of suspense is his nickname.
Yeah, his techniques are amazing. Do you have any examples of like something that like stood out to you in the like latter half of the movie?
I mean, like the sequence where Tony is going back to the police station to grab his jacket, I think. And the inspector's like, watching him through the window. And he's like, he's going to go back and try the key. And like, it's the wrong key, and he's like watching him and like narrating, like what's going through his mind. And like, you're waiting to see, like, is he going to figure it out and realize that the real key is still under the rug? Like that's a brilliantly filmed and brilliantly scripted sequence. The scene where Margot answers the phone and you're waiting for Swan to start strangling her, which is like a long silence, and you're waiting for her to like put the phone down, lower the phone so he can get the scarf around her neck, is another like it's funny because it's like such a small detail that like she has to like drop the phone before he can get it around, but like it's like one of those like little like things of realism that like that's the only way you're going to be able to kill somebody, like like a lot of movies would just throw it around the hand and the phone and everything, and then but like that wouldn't really work. So but that helps build the tension because you're like, oh, like when is she gonna like give up on the phone call?
Yeah. I love the whole sequence where he's at that dinner event and his watch isn't working, and it's like that whole like, what time do you have? And then he goes to the phone booth and there's a guy in there and he's like, oh shit, like everything is going wrong, and I love that. And then he's dialing, and then he has that feeling of remorse when he hears her getting strangled.
Yeah.
And then like that is really great. It's just so well done and so well acted. I mean, it's such a great little suspenseful movie. I was very impressed by it.
Yeah. I was really happy. The inspector is awesome. Like we kind of talked about the inspector in Gaslight, as well. Like it's kind of one of those call it old fashioned like tropes, you know, the like brilliant inspector that comes, you know, and like solves the crime and like whatever. But like,
Yeah.
it's cool because it's like this guy who's like actually a formidable opponent to Tony, you know, is coming to like unravel his, you know, like well-crafted plot, you know. And like, yeah, he's an awesome character. Like, definitely get like the Benoit Blanc from Knives Out like vibes from this inspector. The way he like kind of points things out and like, you know, kind of like leads the conversation into certain like things to kind of trap people into telling him what he wants and stuff like that is like really cool. I loved it.
Yeah. It's like, I don't even know who the best character is. And that's what's crazy. Cause it's like, I really love Tony Wendis' character.
Yeah.
He's so great.
I think Mark is probably the weakest character, but like,
I still like him too.
he's a likable person. So like,
Yeah.
you just kind of feel bad for him because he's just like caught in this and like, you know, like he's just a pawn.
But
at
he's
the end
kind of
of
the
the
one
day,
that
like-
figures it all out, kind of.
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
gives like it's crazy because he like even guesses the theory. He's like guessing a theory of, oh well, you could have done this and you could have done this, and it's all spot on,
Yeah.
which is really cool.
Yeah.
My favorite part overall is just each layer that the like lie keeps going deeper and deeper, and how deep is it going to get until he is uncovered, and that's like the fun part of this movie. And yeah, the pacing was great, and I have no bad things to say except, like I said, the dialogue was a little fast paced.
Yeah. The one other thing I really, really liked was that the thing that finally blows up the whole plot is like the tiniest little detail, which is where was the key?
Yeah.
You know, which is like such a classic, like whodunit
Comes back,
kind of
yeah.
mystery thing. Like, you know, the tiniest little thing that he missed, you know, ends up screwing him over.
Yeah. And that's why I think this movie deserves another watch, because there's like such little subtleties that they say in their dialogue, but they say it quick where it's so easy to get like to brush past it, where it's like, all right, well, what's going to get them caught, or what's going to go specifically wrong, or it's fun to like that makes the movie fun and engaging.
I forgot that he put the key back.
Same.
Like by the time it came to the end, and I was like, oh shit, like yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and like that's his apartment key in the, you know, in the coat, and like I think it's even Tony. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Tony way earlier in the movie is talking about his keys, and he's like, oh yeah, they all look the same. And something like that. Yeah, so like, yeah, again, like really good writing and like just little tidbits like that like come back. And you know, like you said, Mark's line where he's like, yeah, on paper you can have the perfect murder, but in reality it never plays out that way, you know.
Yeah.
Great foreshadowing and
100%.
everything.
And then, like I said, for him to get it all right, basically by guessing or insinuating, and he said he was good at that. It's like,
I mean, he's the crime
spot on.
writer, you know.
Yeah.
So like, yeah.
And the inspector's the one who says that about the keys, and it's cool because he takes key, he takes Swan's key, and that whole thing messes him up. It's like, well, why would he have this apartment key, or why doesn't he have an apartment key? That makes no sense. Everyone carries one. And that subtle detail is the one thing that gets him in the end. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's cool. I like that's like you said. It's you had no I had no idea that it was under there still. It's like, oh yeah, shit, it is. It's like, and again, that makes me want to go back and rewatch it to like see him place it under there. And yeah, it's a good movie. It's a really good movie. There wasn't too much trivia on it, but I would watch it again, and I want to do more Hitchcock movies.
We should just do Hitchcock next month.
I'd be down.
Yeah.
We have it set for Mel Brooks month, which I'd like to do, but at the same time, I'd rather do Hitchcock movies.
I feel like we're on a roll with
Older movies? All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we went from 80s movies to like whatever the hell we wanted, and now we're on this kick of old movies. So, yeah, let's do Hitchcock movies. So, keep an eye out on our Instagram. We'll post our schedule. And again, sorry for the mix-up on this one. Obviously, we didn't do Naked Lunch. We'll circle back to it, though. We will.
We'll find
we
it
got to
somehow.
watch it. Yeah. And, so keep an eye out on our Instagram. That's where we post our schedule. I post it every month about what movies we're doing and when they come out. So keep an eye out for that. Like, subscribe, and keep listening. Keep watching. We appreciate it. We'll catch you next week.
See ya.